1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you to the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy who binge watches TV for a living but doesn't get paid, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Nite, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday, everybody. A rainy, overcast day here in Wisconsin, particularly in northeast Wisconsin, but it is a glorious night altogether. It just feels like fall. Hope you're having a great day wherever you're joining us from here tonight for Nite. Welcome, whether you're on the radio, the app, or watching the radio on the stream. It is great to have you here. We've got I have a great show here for you guys tonight. We have two outstanding directors on the show tonight. This might be a first on Nite. We do a lot of firsts here. But we've got, at 6:35, it will be my pleasure to welcome Mr. Craig Benzine. He is the director of No Packers, No Life, which you can currently see in Marcus Theaters here in Wisconsin, all over the state. I believe it's still out there. And the distributor is none other than another friend of ours, Sean Hanisch. So the two of them, two swell guys, teamed up to bring you a great movie, a great documentary about Japanese Packer fans. Craig will join me at 6:35, and we'll discuss how that's going, and you can learn a little bit more about the film if you're not familiar already with this, what seems to be a treasure. I have not seen it yet. Conrad, have you seen this movie yet?
I have not, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's got a lot of charm. It's got great music that Craig also wrote for the film, and we featured that on Bar Band Friday just a few nights ago here with our pal Terry Barr. She brought us just this great song called Man of Action. And it is in the film, and Craig also has a band. Oh, man, it's exhausting. He's got a band. He's making movies. He's also on YouTube as Wheezy Waiter with over 1 million viewers or subscribers, I guess it would be. So Craig will be here. He is a lot of fun to talk to. He's been on the show before. I've interviewed him on PBS Wisconsin as well. Great guy. Joins me at 6:35. And then at 7:35, director number 2 for the evening, Phil Johnston will be here, a Northeast Wisconsin native who is a comedy writer and also a brilliant filmmaker. He's made a lot of animated films like Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia. He has a movie called The Twits that is now in theaters and I believe on Netflix, or it will go to Netflix right after a brief theatrical run. Either way, he's got some big credits. He also wrote the film Cedar Rapids with kind of a... That movie has it's like a who's who of comedy. Tom Lennon is in it. Ed Helms, Stephen Root. Got this great cast, and he's written a lot of live action stuff too. Very successful guy, and he is a native Wisconsinite, I think from Appleton. So we'll talk to Phil at 7:35. That was our pal Danny Wheels made that connection, Con. I don't know if you knew that.
Shout out Danny Wheels.
Yeah, I think they went to high school or something maybe. But anyway... Great stuff, and two really fun guys joining me here tonight on Nite. Got a great question we'll get to in just a moment. Working the board on the other side of the glass from me is Conrad Krieger.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing, good for it being 45 degrees and rainy and gross.
I love when you complain about the weather, and you grew up in Wisconsin.
I know what I got myself into.
Do you, expect it not to be so?
I was just, hoping for one more week.
Yeah, I know.
Of warm weather, but then I would have said it next week too.
Yeah?
I just wish, for Florida weather right now.
It's coming. Yeah, you should move. You could move south, to Racine.
I'll do.
Enjoy that southern Wisconsin weather.
I don't know if much changes, but.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I did something today. Before we get to our question of the night, this is what kind of inspired it. Yesterday and today, my wife made this great soup, and I had it, and I have a new term or phrase, I guess I should say. I took a bite, it was too hot, and when you do that, you do anything not to burn your tongue, because that messes up your eating for 5 days. You don't feel anything. It's probably a great way to keep the weight off, but you can't taste anything. So, and I like food. I want to taste it. I hate when I burn my tongue. So I do what I call this food ballet in my mouth. I'm moving it up here, then there. I'm not letting any of the food touch my mouth in a particular area for too long.
So you're like
mouth
washing the soup.
Sort of. If it's soup, yes. This was almost like a stew. So it was like a chicken thing. So I had like chicken going this side, then I'm moving it over to this. It was like an aerobic workout. And it worked. I can enjoy food the next few days.
With soup and, a stew, you can just, blow on it.
Well, you can, but if you charge into it head first like I do,
I guess.
Because I got game. I don't know. Typically anyway, I never over microwave something, so I don't have that problem. But I don't know, yesterday, I guess I did. So that's my phrase. Food ballet. Move it around, folks. Do not burn your mouth. Your mouth is like one of the, I don't know. It affects you for days. It can turn into like a canker sore,
Oh, those are the worst.
Terrible. So just a little tip here from Nightlight. That's the Nightlight. That's the Nightlight food tip of the night. And without further ado, let's get to our question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
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 Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
Oh, this is a good one. I have a feeling people are going to have fun with this one tonight. It's a food-related question because it's National Tavern-Style Pizza Day. So our question of the night here at Nightlight is, what is your favorite kind of pizza? What do you like? So many different kinds. Thick crust, hand tossed, thin crust, Detroit style, Chicago style, New York style, or tavern style. How do you like your pizza, folks? You could give us toppings. You could give us the way you like it cut. What kind of manufacturer, if you like Tombstone or DiGiorno or whatever. Let us know how you like your pizza. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app, or if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X, drop us a stream comment. And if you're there, if you're so inclined, give us a like or a follow. Always fun to be noticed. So I'm going to start off and say that my favorite, and I put this on social media as well, as I've gotten older, I like thin crust better. I like thin crust with sausage, onion, fresh garlic, possibly jalapenos, and also light sauce. I don't like a ton of red sauce. When I was younger, and especially where I grew up, we had this place in Chicago called Nancy's Stuffed Pizza, and the pizza was like, it was like a piece of ice cream cake. It was like 6 inches tall, just cheese and meat. I don't think I could eat that. I don't think I could eat that now. Even like a Giordano's or Lou Malnati's from Chicago, I don't think I can do. I think tavern style is actually my choice because that's typically more thin crust. So there you go. Sausage, onion, fresh garlic, light sauce, maybe some jalapenos. What about you, Con?
Oh, I would say my favorite is pepperoni, sausage, and mushroom. And it used to be chicken bacon ranch, but since I enjoy mushroom so much now, and I'll tell you, I used to work at a pizza place in my hometown, and we used to when we'd make pizzas for ourselves,
Yeah.
we'd do it a special way.
Oh, yeah.
And the best way, that was one of my favorite pizzas. I used to make it all the time. My boss showed me this then. It was when you put the sauce on you put the layer of sauce on, and then you throw pepper on it.
Just coarse ground pepper or red pepper? Okay.
And then pepper flakes as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do the rest of the pizza how you like it. It adds so much flavor to it actually under it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite way. If I can make my own pizza, I'm putting that on there.
So what do you call that? What is it like? So the crust is thicker?
We did no. It was a thin crust.
Okay.
Just that that flavor just added to it.
Huh. Okay. I could dig it. No vegetables though, really.
Mushroom,
I guess.
I guess it's a fungi.
That's a fungi. But that sounds good. Nothing wrong with a meat lover's pizza. So let us know what you think, folks. What is your favorite kind of pizza? Very open-ended question. Just let us know what you think, and we will read your text on the radio. I had this, I liked the show Task so much, I went back and watched the finale again. This show was so great. The lead character, Mark Ruffalo, is an FBI agent, He doesn't look buff. Apparently, he was eating Philly cheesesteaks to get ready for the role. He's got a little paunch. He looks like a regular dude. And he's a former priest on the show who keeps taking in foster kids. And there's a minor spoiler here, but you find this out in the first episode. One of the foster kids ends up being responsible for the death of his wife. And that foster child has a sister who lives there too. So there's all this in-family drama. And the way the show navigates through that is so great. It's thoughtful. It's about forgiveness. And the last episode is great. And Ruffalo's so good and the writing is so good. I cannot recommend this show enough. So check out Task. I also meant to watch The Chair Company, the second episode last night, but I didn't. I just was working and did not get to it. But that is on my list.
I watched it last year when it came out, but Nobody Wants This, you know?
Oh, yeah. Is that Tim Robinson?
That's Adam. No, that was his other show, Don't Leave or something like that.
The Detroiters, and then, yeah.
This one was with Adam Brody. Or not Adam Brody, Adam. Yeah, Adam. Adam, I can't think of it. Anyways, it's a great show, and season 2 comes out tonight, so.
And what's the show called?
Nobody Wants This. It's with Kristen Bell.
Oh, yeah. No, that is Adam Brody.
That is,
it?
okay,
Yeah.
yes.
He was on our show last year. He was on Night Lite.
Yes. When I pictured Adam Brody, for some reason I went to Adrian Brody.
Who's still talking.
He's still talking.
Yeah, it was like, you were like, Adam Brody. No, not Adam Brody. It was Adam. He's on that show. Yeah, that's Adam Brody.
It's that one show with that one actor named Adam, you know.
Oh, that's great. So, yeah, I need to check out The Chair Company. And
Definitely check out episode 2. It gets better.
Is it funnier than the first one?
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's hilarious.
All right, and then the big news this weekend, the Springsteen movie opens. I'm excited. It's reviewing fairly well. And just because Springsteen's a legend doesn't mean the movie's going to be legendary, but I hope it's good. It looks like it's getting about 65-70% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm really hoping it's a good film. So we'll see that. But I'll be at the theater checking that out. And I do want to see One Battle After Another this weekend, too. Other than that, when does the World Series start?
Actually, I don't even know.
I think it's Friday.
The Brewers aren't in it, so I'm kind of, you know.
You gave up on baseball for the year.
Yeah, you know, basketball just started yesterday, so.
I get that. Lots of color television to watch this weekend, though. So that's good. Also, Rich Tallarico says he likes his pizza free. Okay.
I do, too.
He's not fussy. I do, too. I'm not saying I won't eat like a Detroit style or a thick crust, but if it's free, that's a game changer. Rich Locascio, our pal from WRJN, says white pizza with ricotta and arugula. Ooh, I'm intrigued. That wouldn't necessarily work with tavern style, but it would certainly work with New York style. Absolutely. And you don't have to pick tavern style pizza. Although there's a great frozen pizza called Home Run Inn that's tavern style. You can get it at Walmart, Aldi. It originated from Chicago, which is known for deep dish, but this is a great tavern style pizza. The crust is outstanding, even in the frozen version. Mike Desitel says, I've never met a pizza I didn't like. It's good to keep an open mind, Mike. All right, we're going to read more of your text when we come back. Craig Benzine is here at 6:35, the director of No Packers, No Life. Excited to talk to Craig. And director Phil Johnston of The Twits is here in hour number 2. Fun night here. Glad you're with me. It's Pete Schwaba and Night Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
We talk so tough, and there's a perfect kiss somewhere out in the dark, but a kiss ain't enough. And the world don't stop.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton, improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit WIinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-329-4115. That's 800-329-4115. Call 800-329-4115 right now before the offer ends.
It's officially October, which means it's time to celebrate Halloween all month long. And if you're looking for some of the best Halloween events or all of the different trunk or treats that are around for the kids, don't you worry, I got you covered. From raves, trunk or treats, glow in the parks, or Halloween parties, I will meticulously search just for you, so you don't have to stress. You can just have fun instead. Just go to WGBW.fm and click events. You're welcome.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org.
Our question of the night in honor of National Tavern Pizza Day. Do you know what a tavern pizza is, Con?
Well, that's like at the places like the bars and stuff,
Taverns,
right?
yeah. Yeah, they just cut it. I think it's typically more thin crust, but they cut it a certain way as well.
I feel like it's more crispy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like that. I like the thinner crust. So let us know, what is your favorite kind of pizza, folks? That is our question of the night. We've got some good social media responses, and we will keep you posted and keep those texts coming. I feel like I'm gonna. Every once in a while, I get like celebrity exhaustion, and I just can't. It's hard to keep. It's almost like the celebrities that say negative things are easier to follow. And J-Lo said some stuff. That's Jennifer Lopez, Jen, as I call her. She said some stuff that is just, she's really annoying. She's up there. She's Mark Wahlberg or Ryan Reynolds annoying. I'm not kidding.
Wow, you don't like her, do you?
No, and I'm gonna tell people how I feel. Nobody cares, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I got a microphone in front of me. We got a phone call?
Yes, we do. Ollie from the North.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I cannot wait to hear what kind of pizza Ollie likes. Hello, Ollie. How are you?
I'm good. It's a food one. You know, Ollie's calling in.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, that's what I love when you call us about the food stuff.
Well, my favorite, I think, because I don't get out and eat anymore, health issues wise.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So I do get the lots of matzah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I like the one with the 4 meats. And then, of course, that's not good enough, quite good enough. You have to tweak it. So I put some sliced green olives on there and some sliced mushrooms, fresh or canned, whichever you've got.
Sure.
And then a bunch more extra cheese and some Italian seasonings, a little bit of garlic.
My goodness. That you eat? Yeah. Do you eat that after 5, Ollie?
I eat it whenever I can get somebody to get me one.
I just have
two.
I have 2 words for you
around here, so
I have 2 words for you. Sleep on your stomach. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of food.
Well, impressive. I don't eat it all at once. I do cook it and then
kind of snack on it,
and then bag it up and then have it for a couple of other meals. So.
I admire people like you. I cannot eat one piece of pizza. It's like I can't eat two cookies. But that's great.
Yeah.
Very, very well
and of
done.
course, you've got to have. I would love to be able to be someplace where I could get one of those dessert pizzas too.
Oh, those are good too. Those Domino's has like a lava cake that's really good. It's chocolate lava. Yeah, if you eat enough pizza and then that, it might kill you, but it's going to taste pretty darn good. It's not a bad way to go.
What a way to go.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much, Aldi. Have a great night.
Okay,
that's awesome. God, that's a lot. What did she say? Pepperoni, sausage, what else? Hamburger?
There's some Italian seasoning as well. And
she had like 4 meats on there, though.
Some garlic.
Like a rack of lamb, something.
Some ribs.
That's insane. That is serious. But again, if you eat one piece, it's like eating a piece of lasagna almost, or casserole. I just can't do that. I can't make a frozen pizza without half of it at least being gone. And when I was younger, the whole thing's gone. If it's like a tombstone or something.
Oh, those things are too small.
Dave on the stream says, or Lil Irv, he's Lil Irv tonight. He has 2 different personas, Con. I don't know what to do about that. Could be witness protection. Let's not out him. Tombstone garlic crust pepperoni. I've never heard.
I didn't know they made different type of crust.
Yeah, that Lots of Matzo though that Ali said is good.
Oh, it's so good.
They've got like a ton of cheese. I could go lighter sauce on that, but other than that, that was made for taverns. That's a great tavern pizza. Tim Baker on social media says sausage, pepperoni, and mushrooms, extra sauce, well done but not burned. Oh, he's a difficult customer. That's a tough order.
As a person who worked in a pizza place.
Are you spitting in that guy's food? Our pal Amanda Nimmer from here at WGBW says, depends on the mood, but I would destroy a chicken cordon bleu pizza from Glass Nickel. I've never heard of that either.
Have you a Glass Nickel pizza?
I have had it once or twice, yeah.
It's so good.
It is good. I can't imagine a chicken cordon bleu, much less wanting to destroy it.
So it's got to have some ham on there.
And that sauce.
And then that sauce.
I don't do good with white
Swiss.
sauces. Yeah. I've eaten pizza, though, where, like, if it's a red sauce, that I know. I've destroyed a regular pizza where it looks like a crime scene has occurred. And it's just like...
I could, chicken Alfredo pizza is really good, too.
Chicken Alfredo. Yeah, Alfredo's the white creamy sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do that. I like a garlic sauce, though. Nice garlic sauce.
Oh, yeah.
I have a pretty sophisticated palate. I think that's my problem when it comes to frozen pizzas. That's what we're talking about, folks. It is National Tavern Pizza Day today. Let us know what your favorite kind of pizza is. And great movies opening this weekend. And I'm trying to find the right moment to talk about J-Lo because it's this mentality in this country right now. It's another billionaire that can't catch a break. Poor J-Lo. She can't find love. All these guys give her houses and rings and everything, but she doesn't feel like they ever truly loved her. Maybe
sounds like a her problem.
She could be a jerk. Maybe it's her. Maybe you need to take a good long swim in Lake U, Jen. I don't know. I'll read part of the excerpts later, though. It's driving me crazy. And she is on Ryan Reynolds' level.
Yeah, maybe I should give her a call.
See if you can get her.
Yeah.
But she can't find love, so,
Well, I can't get her a house or a ring or anything, so it just has to be for the love,
Yeah. Hey, Matt, if you can make that happen, I will buy you free pizza for a year if you can get J-Lo to come on and talk to me face to face. But she's going to run for me, Con. She knows I ask the tough questions. All right. When we come back, folks, No Packers, No Life director Craig Benzine is here. Can't wait. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Here she comes now. Walking with a love that's so fine. Never to be mine, no matter how I try.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Stuart J. Waddles with this local news update. Brown County leaders rolled up their sleeves to help keep you healthy this week. County Executive Troy Streckenbach and Brown County Health Officer Anna Nick got their flu shots at the Neville Public Museum. The public vaccination was intended to encourage people to get their flu shots. Health officials say community health is improved when people get their yearly flu shots. If you haven't gotten yours yet, there are a couple of community flu shot clinics coming up. Adults and children can stop by the Public Museum Saturday at 10 a.m. There's a children's clinic Tuesday at the Brown County Central Library for kids. Technically for those 6 months to 18 years. That runs from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. There's more on the Brown County website. The USS Cobia is back in business. Docked alongside the Wisconsin Maritime Museum in Manitowoc, the World War II sub reopened for tours over the weekend, just a few days after returning from dry dock in Sturgeon Bay. Museum workers say the 6-week, $1.5 million restoration project will preserve the important piece of history for at least another quarter century. Short legs, big dreams. The first ever Corgi race is coming to the Green Bay Gamblers next month. The hockey team is accepting entries. All you have to do is give your Corgi's name, age, and a couple of photos. The Corgi race will happen at the Gamblers game on November 29th. Wisconsin's top prosecutor is asking a higher court to step in on a voting case from Waukesha County. Attorney General Josh Call has filed an appeal challenging Judge Michael Maxwell's order requiring officials to verify the citizenship of anyone registering to vote. Call says the ruling could upend how elections are run and threaten people's voting rights. For now, the judge's mandate is on hold while the State Elections Commission fights it. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Stuart J. Waddles, 97.9 WGBW News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Michael Fassbender will play Joe Kennedy in a new Netflix show from Chernin Entertainment. According to Variety, the show is called Kennedy and will be based on Frederick Longvall's book JFK, Coming of Age in the American Century. The logline for the show is a bit lengthy, but says it will reveal the intimate lives, loves, rivalries, and tragedies that shaped the most iconic dynasty in modern history and help create the world we live in today. Beginning in the 1930s, the first season charts the improbable ascent of Joe and Rose Kennedy and their 9 children, including rebellious son Jack, who struggles to escape the shadow of his golden boy older brother. Whew, it was a mouthful. The Kennedys have provided, along with a lot of tragedy, a lot of fascination from Americans. There will be 8 episodes in the first season. The series will most likely drop in 2027. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A cloudy sky tonight, some showers around, and a low in the upper 30s. More clouds are ahead for tomorrow, a high in the upper 40s. Friday, we're back into sunshine. Highs close to 50, and 50s are ahead with sun this weekend. It's 46 right now.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
Jane Matnair and Greg Bach.
Welcome to Nightlight, folks. We're broadcasting statewide from beautiful downtown Green Bay tonight on a Wednesday night in the fall. Halloween right around the corner, a chill in the air. What could be better? We're talking about movies and TV and comedy and music and all the great stuff in life that makes us happy. And joining us now to make us even happier is one of my favorite guests. This guy is a multi-talented individual. He goes by the title Wheezy Waiter on YouTube, where he has over 1 million subscribers. He is a musician and part of a really cool band, and he also made the film No Packers, No Life, which is in theaters right now, and he joins us now over the stream. Mr. Craig Benzine. Hey, buddy.
Hello. Good to be back.
Great to have you back. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just had probably ate too much dinner, and I'm feeling good.
Do you have a favorite pizza, Craig? I know you've been in Chicago for years, but you're a Wisconsin guy.
Yeah.
Is there a rivalry in pizza there too, or do you have a favorite pizza?
Well, so in Madison, my favorite. You talked about Glass Nickel earlier, and I think they have lots of good ones, but their standard pepperoni sausage is really good, or pepperoni.
Oh, wow.
But I would say, I hate to say it, but maybe my actual favorite is at a place called Pequod's in Chicago. It's deep dish.
Oh, yeah. I've never had Pequod's. I've heard nothing but amazing stuff about it, though. You're in the pizza haven of the world, basically. It's hard not to like some form of Chicago pizza.
I know, and a lot of people tell me they don't like deep dish, but you got to try Pequod's because it's something special.
I can't. It's hard for me to do deep dish now, but I would make an exception just because of all the stuff I've heard about Pequod's. Do you live near a Pequod's?
No, there's only two. I'm in Madison now, so. Yeah. So when I lived in Chicago, I would go there all the time.
Oh, I thought you were still in Chicago. Okay, so you live in Madison now.
Yes, I do.
Well, welcome home, buddy.
Thanks. I mean, I've been here for a little while, but yeah, thank you.
Okay.
It's about time you welcomed me.
I don't get your updates anymore, Craig. Damn it. Well, it's great. I didn't know that. So that's terrific. And Glass Nickel, I've got to try because my buddy Steve Burrows did commercials for Glass Nickel years ago, and they are hilarious. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but you can see them on the Google or the YouTube, and it's just him being this snazzy salesman. Very funny stuff.
I don't watch YouTube. I don't have anything to do with YouTube.
You do whether you want to or not. It sounds like. So, all right, let's talk, Craig, because this is like you're on a roll, man. You made this great film about Japanese Packer fans. For those who might not be familiar with it, even though you guys are all over social media and the news and everything, tell us a little bit about No Packers, No Life.
No Packers, No Life is about Japanese Green Bay Packer fans. I have a friend who goes to Japan a lot and just happened to come across this group of Japanese Packer fans. They are so intensely excited about the Packers. They meet on a regular basis to watch either live games as they happen at like 2 a.m. in Tokyo, or they'll go meet and rewatch games that they liked in the previous season. And I was there with them to shoot the documentary, rewatching a game, and they were as excited as if they didn't know what was going to happen. And then, so my friend Ty decided to fly them to a Packer game. So around 30 of them ended up going to Green Bay and staying Ty's friends in their houses and experiencing Wisconsin and Green Bay and then a Packer game. And there's some very emotional moments along the way that are it's all happy stuff. This might be the most positive documentary ever made, but
nothing wrong with that. That's okay.
But yeah, that's and it's about connections. It's about people from from different walks of life coming together, building a community around a thing they love.
I'm fascinated that they watch games that already happened. Like, I'm a big sports fan. I would never do that. Like, if my teams win huge games, I don't do that. And they have less of a connection, at least growing up, maybe, to American sports teams than we do. That's serious fandom.
Yeah, I think it's also a coming together and building a community just over there in Japan, because in their culture they don't get to it's a little more, it's a formal culture, so they don't get a chance to express themselves as much as I understand it. And so the Packers it's just all these people who let it all out by watching Packer games.
Wow. How was the trip when they came over here? I assume you guys had a lot of fun filming that, but what was it like for them over here? Did they totally embrace it? Did they love it? Were they curious? Were they just euphoric? Like, what was that like?
Okay. Well, first of all, I wasn't actually there for that part of the documentary.
Okay.
So, but I did edit it, so I've watched all the footage. But they were very. It was all positive. They were very excited. They were blown away by. A lot of them live in Tokyo, and just to see the big houses, the wide roads, the open space, and how everyone was so open and friendly. It was nothing but positive things to say, and they felt as if it was like it was one of them says it was a sacred place to them going to Lambeau. It's like almost a religious experience.
It must have been surreal. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they liked it. They liked it a lot.
What's even more impressive is that you found Packer fans in a place that is not known for their cheese intake on any level, and here they are embracing Wisconsin. That's a big hurdle in world relations.
One of them had a cheese charm on their glasses, and one of them was wearing a big cheese head that they've had for 20 years apparently.
So I'm guessing you didn't think when you set out to do this. Or I don't know what you were thinking, but every filmmaker when they set out, they're like, well, the sky is the limit. Maybe this will be Big Fat Greek Wedding, or maybe it'll strike a chord and go worldwide. The fact that you're in Marcus theaters right now before you get out on streaming platforms, I assume, maybe you didn't see that coming. That's kind of a nice twist.
Absolutely not. We just tried to send it to film festivals. I thought it was good, but I didn't know. It's always hard to. Being in a band for so long, I've been making creative stuff for, 25 years, and I'm used to making things that no one's going to see and no one's going to care about, and that's always in the back of my mind as a possibility, and I thought basically this we would show to friends, it might show at a few film festivals, and that was it. But then we got into the Wisconsin Film Festival, and the response was incredible, and through that we met Cannonball Productions, who helped us because they did the documentary Just a Bit Outside, the Brewer documentary.
Sure.
And they helped us do all of this, get in contact with Marcus Theaters and show it all across Wisconsin.
That's Sean Hanna. She's a real slave driver. I'm sure he really put you to work. And...
He did. We had to do a lot of media.
If every guy in the business was like Sean, nobody would ever complain. Like I don't know what it's like working with him, but he's been on the show several times, and I love the guy. He's so much fun.
He's the nicest guy in the world. Yeah,
absolutely. So, all right. So, how long you're in the theaters this week? Do you have any idea how long the run will be?
I don't know. We have. It depends on if people go see it. So more people have to go see it. If it could go another week, it could go 20. I don't know, optimistically, but
sure.
But it's in there right now. And we have a special screening this Friday in Green Bay.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, sorry, I took your question before you.
No, that's okay. Please, that was my next question at Bay Park Square. So please tell us.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't be at the Q&A, but producer and star Ty will be there, and Mark Murphy will be there. Former president, CEO of the Packers.
How did that happen? I assume he's seen the film, or will that be his first time watching it?
I don't know. Again, the power of Sean Hanish or Mark Cass, who's been doing a lot of press work for us. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was funny. My guest is Craig Benzine. He is the director of No Packers, No Life, which you can see in Marcus Theaters currently. And as he just mentioned, there's a big event here in Green Bay at the Bay Park Square, Marcus, and Mark Murphy will be there. And there's a Q&A after. It sounds like a really fun event. Mark Cass reached out, and he's like, I've got this documentary about Japanese Packer fans that come over, and I'm like, oh, that sounds an awful lot like Craig's movie. your name was not in the email, and out of a sense of loyalty, I'm like, I don't know about this. And I did a little more digging, and Sean's name was in there. I'm like, does Sean have the same idea? No, it's got to be the same film. So,
Come on, Mark. Come on, put me in the email.
Yeah. Well, it's probably just an oversight. I don't think he's trying to pull a fast one on you, Craig, or anything.
I know.
What have any other Packers seen the film? Has anybody approached you from the organization? Like, have you gotten any feedback from current or former Packers?
Well, the VIP premiere we had in Waukesha last week, Wednesday, there were 3 Packers there. There was George Kuntz, Amon Green, and Antonio Freeman were at the screenings.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Amon Green spoke at the end and had a lot of nice things to say and loved it. So, yeah,
that's I would imagine they would love that. Like they're when Packers stick around that aren't from here and they continue living here, you know they fell in love with the community and love being ex-Packers, right?
Yeah.
So all right. So how else? Let me see here. All right. So what is your next, how do you follow this up, Craig? Like, I know you just mentioned you got a band, you're this YouTube influencer. What do you follow up a film like this with?
Well, I got to keep making YouTube videos. But also I have plans. I've been working on ideas for movies for a long time. I have a couple of screenplay. I've started writing screenplays and stopped, but now that this movie is behind me, I think I can really go in earnest. And I have a couple of ideas. I don't know how much I want to reveal yet, but I would say one of them involves a heist. So I've been really interested in the latest heist in the news. But I kind of want to make a heist movie set in Wisconsin.
Oh, I love that. Those are my favorite kind of films. Caper films, heist films.
Yeah.
How much of a departure, like... That's so different than what you just did. Now, I have no doubt you can pull that off because you're a musician and you got all kinds of stuff going on. But how did you find it hard to write that after working on this, or did you breeze through it?
I haven't written it yet. Yes, I am finding it hard. I mean, I've done a lot of. I went to UW Madison ComArts. I wrote a lot of screenplays then. That was a while ago, but I've done narrative things before. I've just never done them on this scale. Same thing with this documentary. I've done, like, I would say many of my YouTube videos are like miniature documentaries, but I've never done a full length one. But I did it, and I think I did it a good job. So I think I could do the same with a full movie.
Yeah, I have no doubt. I meant to ask you this before we moved on. We've got about a minute to a break, but how was it watching No Packers, No Life with an audience in Madison? Or if that was your first time or the first time you did watch it with an audience?
The first time was in Waukesha, and it was, the first time I watched it was, I guess the first time for the market screenings was in Waukesha.
Okay.
The first time with an audience was in Madison at the film festival, and it was one of the best nights of my life. It was incredible. Like, people loved it so much, and it felt so good to feel like I did my job.
Outstanding. I still haven't seen it yet, but we're going to come back and talk more with our guest, Craig Benzine, the director of No Packers, No Life. I got a lot of questions for Craig, and it's great to have him on the show. We're coming right back. It's Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
As Wisconsin is cheering on the Brew Crew. This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-859-3220. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-859-3220. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-859-3220. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-859-3220 or biglou.com.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans.
So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
If you've ever found yourself driving down a quiet back road and thought, this feels special, you might be on one of our state's rustic roads.
The program was created by the legislature back in 1973. It's really a unique local-state partnership.
Officials wanted people by car, bike, motorcycle, or even on foot to enjoy the natural beauty. The first rustic road designated in Taylor County 50 years ago this month.
There's 124 roads that have been designated rustic roads in Wisconsin in 62 different counties, and it spans over 784 miles.
Each rustic road is unique, rolling past farmland through forests or covering rugged terrain. And the speed limit tops out at 45 miles an hour, sometimes even slower. It's not about getting anywhere fast. This slice of Wisconsin reveals sometimes the best part of the journey is the road itself. I'm Terry Barr.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
And my guest right now is Craig Benzine. Are you the lead singer, Craig?
I am the lead singer and guitar player.
That is a great song.
Well, thank you. That's my band, Driftless Pony Club, and I believe the song was written by my friend Matt. I can't take all the credit for it.
Well, you don't have enough hours in the day to do everything you do anyway, so it's okay to pass.
I'm sure I had input on the writing of the song. I don't remember; it was a while ago, but.
Great name. I love the. Does that come from, by any chance, the Driftless area of Wisconsin?
The band name?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It was. We did. So a former member of the band bought a shirt at Goodwill that said Driftless Pony Club on it, and we thought that was the only band name that none of us hated. So that's the one we went with. And then we learned later that was a pony club in the Driftless area of Wisconsin. And they changed their name to the Black Rock. They emailed me. They found our band. They emailed me. They changed their name to the Black Hawk Pony Club or the Black Rock Pony Club. I can't remember because it sounded more competitive.
That's so great. I love the song, and I understand it's in the film No Packers, No Life. Terry Barr, who does so much here at Civic Media, and she's our guest on Bar Band Friday night here at Nightlight on Fridays, brought the song, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, this guy's got a band too? Like, well, you're just got your hand in everything, and it's such a fun song. Did you write it for the movie, or was it just something you guys had that you're like, hey, this would fit perfectly?
Well, so I just had, it's something I had. So I was editing the movie, and I was looking for music, and the most readily available and legal music to use was our own music. And I tried a lot of different music, but that just seemed to work really well with those parts of it's like during the really partying parts of the movie when they're
Yeah,
all,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just a feel good. It's a great song. It's got. I could totally see it in a movie. So I keep trying to move on from No Packers, No Life, but it's hard because there's so much to talk about it. You have swag as well. You want to tell people where they can get a No Packers, No Life mug or toenail clipper or something?
just NoPackersNoLife.com. There's hoodie. There's a T-shirt. I don't know what else there is. That is all. I wasn't. Oh, there's a hat there. Poster. Yeah. NoPackersNoLife.com.
Very cool.
And you can also see information on the special screenings and everything. So, yeah.
Do you have streaming info yet, Craig?
No streaming info right now.
You'll have to keep us posted on that.
Yeah.
I'd love to get the word out about it. My guest is Craig Benzine. He is the director of No Packers, No Life, currently playing in Marcus Theaters here in Wisconsin. He's also a musician. And where do you guys play, Craig? Do you actively play bars in Wisconsin?
We used to. Now we all live in. We've been a band for 20 years.
Wow.
over 20 years. Maybe 25 years actually. Yeah. I guess if you count the pandemic.
Sure.
Yeah, we met in college. We played a lot around Madison. Started developing a little bit of a following around Madison, but then we moved to Chicago, and struggled for a while until my YouTube channel took off, and then it kind of helped the band take off a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, but then we now we all live in different places. The bassist Sam still lives in Chicago, but the other two members live in Minnesota. So we don't.
That's tough.
But we are starting to work on a new album. But we're doing it slowly as I keep driving up there and we keep working on stuff. So
if people want to find like the music you guys have already created, where can they find that? Is that online anywhere?
It's in all the places you listen to music. But I think there's let's check the status of driftlessponyclub.com right now. We have driftlessponyclub.com. We have a Bandcamp. We have all the things. We're on all the things.
Yeah, you guys should definitely take advantage of the internet.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's cool. I would love it. If you guys ever are in Green Bay, I would love to have you play that song in the studio sometime, or just whatever you want. It'd be fun to have you guys.
That'd be awesome. If we can get together enough to write an album and maybe have a little tour, that would be great. Yeah.
That would be outstanding. Can I keep you for a few minutes past the news? I want to ask you what's new at Wheezy Waiter and talk a little TV and Halloween and all that kind of stuff. All right, fantastic. Okay. Craig Benzine is my guest. He is the director of No Packers, No Life, and you can follow him on YouTube. He's Wheezy Waiter, and he's got over 1 million subscribers. I don't know quite how that's possible, but it's true. And the band is officially getting back together. So Craig is going to stick with us past intermission into Act 2 for a few minutes before we let him go. Gary in Madison says his favorite pizza is the Italian carne pizza at Portobello, Madison. Oh, have you ever eaten at Portobello, Craig? That's right off of...
Long time ago, yeah. I think I have.
It's across from the State Street Brats, right? Kind of down the block a little bit.
Yeah. I think I went there once when in college, so like 20 years ago. Yeah.
I always walk past there, and it's like the nicest looking place, but it's never... I didn't know if it was still open or if stuff happened there or not. But
yeah, I remember liking it, but what do I know? I was a college kid.
Exactly. You're not eating. You're not fine dining. Thank you, Gary, for the text. Let's see if we can get one more in here before the break. And 920 says, I can't wait to see that documentary. There you go. Check it out, 920. No Packers, No Life. If 920, if you're right here in Green Bay, check out that event Friday night, too, at Bay Park Square. All right, we've got more with Craig Benzine, more Packer talk, Wheezy Waiter talk. It's going to be a blast. Don't go anywhere. It's Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
If it happens in Wisconsin, you'll hear about it.
Local news and timeless hits. WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. The U.S. military conducting a new airstrike on an alleged drug cartel boat, this time off Central America. The first such strike in the Pacific Secretary of War Pete Hegseth confirming the 2 people on board were killed in the attack, adding, quote, "These cartels are waging war on our border and our people. There will be no refuge or forgiveness." The Trump administration has enacted sanctions on Russian oil. President Trump says he hopes the sanctions will hasten the end of the war in Ukraine.
They'll certainly have an impact. They're massive sanctions. It's sanctions on oil. The 2 biggest oil companies, among the biggest in the world.
Vice President Vance met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel today to discuss the ceasefire deal and a peace plan. DeCarlos Brown Jr., the man charged in the fatal stabbing of a young woman on a Charlotte train, indicted today on federal charges that could get him the death penalty. This is ABC News. North Carolina lawmakers are set to approve new congressional maps favoring Republicans heading into the 2026 midterm elections. North Carolina's current maps are already under legal challenges after 2 Democratic-leaning districts were eliminated before the 2024 race. ABC's Avery Harper reports.
It's important to remember here that the state of North Carolina, their congressional delegation is already overwhelmingly Republican. 10 Republicans hold seats versus only 4 Democrats in that state. And this is something that we're seeing protesters speak about in that state because it could oust the state's only black male member of Congress. And so we'll have to see what happens there. It's also important to remember that the governor, the Democratic governor in that state, cannot veto this map.
The FDA has recalled Black Sheep Egg Company eggs after salmonella was found at their processing facility. The CDC says kids under 5, older adults, and those with a weakened immune system are most at risk. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org, a public service message from the Foundation Fighting Blindness.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
The Packers prepare for Pittsburgh. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. NFL, it's the Packers and the Steelers this week on Sunday Night Football. But head coach Matt LaFleur reminding us they're playing the Steelers, not Aaron Rodgers.
We're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who happen to have Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's as simple as that. That is for you guys to talk about. We've got a lot of respect and love for Aaron. I mean, what he's done here is a Hall of Famer. This game is not about that. It's about going to Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football. Our guys will be jacked up. It's about the Green Bay Packers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
NBA, it's the Bucks against the Wizards tonight in Milwaukee, and the debut of Miles Turner and what role he'll play on the Bucks this season.
As a center, as an anchor in the back part of the defense, it's like what you're supposed to do. The feedback has been phenomenal. It's like, you're right. I don't even realize when I'm doing it. They're saying, we need more of that. It's not something we've had, consistently in the past. Like, we need a voice. We need someone to always step up and speak. So I'm just taking it on.
That's the Bucks' Miles Turner with Sports on Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A cloudy sky tonight, some showers around, and a low in the upper 30s. More clouds are ahead for tomorrow, a high in the upper 40s. Friday, we're back into sunshine. Highs close to 50, and 50s are ahead with sun this weekend. It's 46 right now.
Dr. Kristen Lyerly.
Menopause matters, and care can be hard to find, but it's getting easier in northern Wisconsin. Learn how this week with Dr. Anita Bublik-Anderson.
The Dr. Kristen Lyerly Show, Saturdays and Sundays at noon.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals. So I made the call.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who believes a penny saved isn't jack Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to Nightlight, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Act 2. Great to have you with me on this cold, blustery day here in the state of Wisconsin. Wherever you are in our beautiful state, I hope you're having a great night, and hope you can let us help you make it even a little more, even greater than it is if we can. We'll give you some laughs, some great guests here. We've got Craig Benzine is with me right now. He is the director of No Packers, No Life. I will be back with Craig in just a moment. Coming up at 7:35, Phil Johnston, another Wisconsin-based director. He is the director of the movie The Twits, which is currently in theaters, I believe, and available on Netflix. Phil also wrote Wreck-It Ralph and Zootopia and Cedar Rapids. So anxious to talk to Phil about some of his experience as well and his experience on The Twits. I haven't seen it. Conrad, have you seen it?
I haven't, but I saw a trailer for it, and it looks interesting.
I can't. This is terrible because I got two really talented guys on tonight. I haven't seen either movie.
Yeah.
I'm limited though. I live in the sticks. The Twits is not there. I would have gone and saw it gone and seen it last weekend, but wasn't playing there. And neither is No Packers, No Life. But Phil Johnston will be here. That's the next best thing, folks. He's going to join me at 7:35. My question of the night is: it is National Tavern. Is it Tavern Pizza Day, Conrad?
Correct.
Yeah, National Tavern Style Pizza Day. So our question is, what is your favorite kind of za? I say thin crust, sausage, onion, fresh garlic, maybe some jalapenos, depending on my mood, and light sauce. Conrad went with the meat lovers.
Thin crust, sausage, pepperoni, mushroom, with pepper and pepper flakes in the sauce.
It's a lot of pizza. That's like, and of course, Ollie from the North had... She had duck meat on there, and bacon and everything.
I think it's called a kitchen sink pizza.
Kitchen sink pizza. I love that. Kitchen sink pizza. That's great. We are going to talk about J-Lo. I'm going to unload on I'm winding up, Conrad. I'm going to go after her like I did Ryan Reynolds. I'm kidding. But it is kind of funny. She's had some really weird stuff. That's it. Let's get back to our guest, Craig Benzine. Craig Benzine, who is stuck around. He is on the stream from Madison, not Chicago, as I initially thought. Wherever you are, Craig, it's good to have you on the show, though, buddy.
Thank you. I kind of want to talk more about Ryan Reynolds, but we don't have to do that.
Do you have an opinion?
I kind of like the guy. Have you seen Welcome to Wrexham?
No.
That's him and John McElhenney buying a soccer team.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And it's really good. It's really good. You might change your opinion a little bit.
Listen, my opinion on him is not acting related. He's a fine talent. But there are guys I just don't know that I need to see their work anymore because it tends to be the same. And with him, it's not that. Mark Wahlberg would be an example of that. But Ryan Reynolds is sort of like, are you hawking products? Or are you, I like artists. I like people who, and I'm not saying you can't have a side hustle, but enough with the mint, enough with the vodka or whatever you're like, just pick a lane. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
He's a talented actor. But.
I totally get it. I also have to go off topic again. Phil Johnston. I've seen Cedar Rapids, his movie Cedar Rapids. I saw it at the Sundance Film Festival.
Oh, sweet.
So I saw, so we were we were both in the same room at one time before, and now we're on the same radio show. Look at that.
Yeah. Serendipity, baby. I saw Cedar Rapids in a hotel room. So I was watching a movie about guys in a hotel room. They were like at a holodome or something.
Yeah.
Like,
and also it's a great movie. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Yeah, he's a very talented guy. So it'll be good to talk to him. I've never had him on the show before, and I don't know him personally, but I'm definitely a fan. So we covered No Packers, No Life, Craig. We covered the Driftless Pony Club, your band with a great name and at least one great song. I'm sure I'd love to hear more. I'll probably check that out. But
we have a lot of songs. We have like 5 albums. I think.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. Yeah,
that's so cool. Do you need a rhythm guitar player who's really not that good?
We already have 2 guitar players who are not that good. So I don't know that we need a third. Sorry.
You know what? Listen, you don't have to shoot me down so quickly, Craig. I'm just asking you to noodle it, put it in the Rolodex.
It's practical. It's just practical. We already have 2.
I get it. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's talk about Wheezy Waiter. Last time you were here, I'm fascinated that you're a guy that posts videos and you do cool stuff. We talked about fasting last time you were here. What's new on your YouTube channel that you're kind of doing and putting the word out about?
Not a lot new. I'm working on new stuff right now because I've been a little busy with the movie. I have several videos coming up. I have several videos I have to get done coming up before the end of the year. Not 100% sure what they're all going to be. The next video, I think, which is going to come out pretty soon, it's going to be more of just a talky video where I'm kind of talking about stuff and being silly. But the idea is, as I get older, I realize a question comes up in my mind all the time is this real or is this just me being an old man yelling at a cloud? Like me being like disliking a lot how much content there is out there and how much my daughter watches YouTube. Am I just afraid of new technology or is this going to damage her in any way or is it just fine? Because I think back to how many video games I played as a kid and how much TV I watched. Was that good for me? I don't know.
That's interesting because I think I'm probably a little older than you, and I don't remember. I played some video games, but we were outside all the time. And I'm not one of those guys that says, get outside when I was a kid. Frankly, when I was a kid, you had all the stuff we have now, that's what I would have been doing. We're not special. It was just what was available to us at the time. Having said that, I'm as addicted to my phone at my age now as my kids are, maybe more, because I'm so fascinated by it, So that's a great thing to explore.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Am I just afraid? It's hard to tell if any of my opinions are just me being an old man or not. That's basically the worry.
That's a good,
I need to mention something since we've been talking about the band. I need to mention that I'm in another band also.
Of course you are.
I'm in another band called Violet Palms. And
I like that name too.
Yeah. So and if they heard this radio program and I didn't mention it, they'd probably be mad at me. So
Violent Palms?
Violet Palms.
Oh, not Violent Palms. That's a different thing. That could be dangerous. Okay.
Yeah.
Violet. That's a much nicer name.
Yeah.
Where can we hear that music, Craig?
VioletPalms.com. Also, two albums out there on everything. No, VioletPalmsBand.com. Sorry.
Okay.
VioletPalmsBand.com.
Violet Palms Band.
I play guitar in that. I'm not the singer of that band, but that one's a little more active these days, actually.
Okay. That's fantastic. So in terms of your YouTube channel, if I could jump back, last time I really enjoyed our talk and what you were willing to do with giving up sugar and that. I'm kind of in the middle of that myself right now. What eating things are you up to? Like, what have you found works for you lately, or what are you sort of pursuing?
Well, coming off of 5 days of touring the movie around, I have not been very healthy, but I would say we're trying to do a little more home cooking these days, as opposed to going out to restaurants, getting more vegetables in our life, and nothing real flashy though, like quitting added sugar. I'm trying to think of something. I'm going a few days without coffee because I've been pretty addicted to that, and that's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to go without coffee. I feel pretty pretty tired, but I also had the best night of sleep last night in a long time. So
is that amazing?
Yeah.
That's great. I love. There's nothing like a good night of sleep. Do you? Are you a Halloween guy? Do you like scary movies?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really super into horror, but yeah, I love the movie Scream. I love several of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And Halloween is my favorite holiday. Just I think the whole just dressing up in a costume aspect of it. I think my best costume I've ever had in college, I was Colonel Sanders, and I put a lot of time into it. And everywhere I went, everyone was like, "Hey, it's the Colonel," and I felt like a celebrity. It was great. Yeah,
it's a shame you were married. From the 608, Anna from Madison says, "Please tell Craig I saw the movie and loved it. I did tear up a couple times."
Ah, great. I mean,
so
I
wow.
assume good tears because there's nothing sad in the movie. So
nobody dies. Nobody falls off the top floor of Lambo.
No.
Okay. All right, that's good. Thank you for the text, Anna.
Yeah, thank you.
So, all right, before we let you go, Craig, are you watching anything? You binge watching anything you could recommend or seen any good movies?
Well, I loved One Battle After Another.
Same.
I think it depends on. It might depend on where you lie politically, but I loved that movie. I'm watching Slow Horses on Apple TV. That's really good. The Peacemaker also. That's
is that the Cena?
Yeah,
is
the
that
Cena show.
Yeah, you watched that, right, Con?
Surprisingly good. Have you watched that?
Oh, I thought Conrad. You don't watch Peacemaker?
No.
Oh, you have such a man crush on John Cena. I thought maybe.
No, that's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, that's Dwayne.
Oh, okay.
I mixed up Conrad's man crush.
Has he seen the Jumanji movies?
Yeah.
They're good. They're really good.
I loved them.
Yeah, they're making another one.
I'm with you on Slow Horses. Really enjoying it. I'm caught up. I think a new one drops tonight, right? Or
yeah, I'm going to watch it after this. I'm watching it after this.
Same here. So, great show. And I will say this about One Battle After Another, because Rob Thomas was on, I think last week, and he said the same thing you did about politics. Yeah. And yes, it's an anti-establishment type movie, but I feel like that should transcend politics. I know there are jabs they take at the right. They also kind of make fun of the left too, though. They make fun of the woke stuff and the hippies and so
I mean, I agree. I don't think it's inherently has to be a political movie.
Correct.
But the comments I see, it seems like there are a lot of people who take it that way. So
there's a lot of sensitive people out there, Craig.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, buddy, this is fun, always. Don't be a stranger, and when you get your third band and 4 new albums out in the next month, let me know, and let's talk about them.
I will. You'll be the first I call.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
That's Craig Benzine. Check out No Packers, No Life, currently playing in Marcus Theaters. When it goes to streaming, we'll have some information on that. I still haven't seen it. So I have to see that, and I have to see the Twits. But Craig is, and check out his music, Driftless Pony Club or Violet Palms. Not Violent Palms, Conrad. That's a different thing. That's like UFC stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You ever done any UFC or cage fighting?
I've played the video game.
Oh, okay. Is that kind of the same?
It doesn't involve injuries for myself, so.
Just sore thumbs when you're done, maybe? Let's see. Let's get some text going here. Where are we at with text, Conrad?
We got to read a couple.
Okay, so here's Tony the Trucker says, Pete, another Chicago thin and crispy pie is Vito and Nick's, my local shop. Makes a Mediterranean pizza. Oh, I love Mediterranean pizza. A Mediterranean pizza that is whole grain crust topped with a Greek herb, pesto, black and green olives, diced tomatoes, Parmesan, and feta. It's addictive. That text is addictive. Thank you, Tony. That's great stuff. I almost read herb instead of herb, because when I read stuff like I did last night when Pardo was here, I called it Ridya. So there you go. So there's, do we read Lori's text? Or we'll lead off with Lori's text. That's coming up next. We're going to read some more text. We'll talk more J-Lo. And then Phil Johnson is here at 7:35, director of the Twits. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
So let's do it now or never, baby. Nothing's ever too far. Glitter in the sky, glitter in our eyes, shining just the way we are. I feel like we're forever every time we get together, but whatever, let's get lost on Mars. You want me, I want you, baby.
From home Hobart to Bay Settlement. 97.9 WGBW.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Hey, it's Amanda, and we all know that Northeast Wisconsin has some of the best events around, but trying to find them all can be tricky. So here at WGBW, we decided to do the work for you. Prevent boredom on any night by going to WGBW.fm and click events in the top right corner. You'll never have to spend forever scrolling to find out what's going on in your area. And if you got an event to share, hit us up by emailing info@WGBW.fm, bringing you local news and timeless hits while giving you the 411 on what's happening in New Wisco.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media
As
app.
Wisconsin.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite. We are broadcasting statewide, pretty much statewide, from beautiful downtown Green Bay. Great to have you with me on this night where we talk about and celebrate what I like to call the pizza. It is National Tavern-Style Pizza Day, which got me thinking, how do people like their pizza? That's our question of the night. Tell me how you like your pizza. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can text us on the app, or if you're watching the radio on the stream, drop us a stream comment at YouTube, Facebook, or on X, and give us a follow if you're so inclined. I will say, I think Chew Ballet is better, Conrad, than the, what did I call it before? The Chew Ballet. You know, when you're swishing food around, trying not to burn your mouth.
The Chew Ballet?
Chew? I don't know. Is that better?
No.
Food. I call it a food ballet, but I don't. It's like I'm going to work on this. I'll come back. I want to create a phrase that goes crazy in everyone in the world. Well, it's like Pete Schwaba says. It's a food ballet. I'm not there yet. I get that. But I'm trying to think.
You need to workshop it.
I'll workshop it. I'll brainstorm it. I'll noodle it. Another food term. So I talked. This just drives me crazy. All right, I have to. Jennifer Lopez went on Howard Stern, and this is also funny because it's Yahoo Entertainment, and here's what Yahoo wrote. Lopez appeared on the Howard Stern show last week where she made a startling confession that quickly sent shockwaves through Hollywood. It didn't send shockwaves through Hollywood. It just pissed off her old boyfriend. Let's tone it down, Yahoo Entertainment and entertainment rags, please. She told Howard Stern, what I learned is it's not that I'm not lovable. It's that these guys, these 4 guys she's been married to and other guys she's dated are not capable of loving her because they don't have it in them. And her husbands are Mark Anthony, Ben Affleck, Chris Judd, and Ohani Noah. She elaborated and said, they gave me all of it every time, all the rings, all the things I could ever want, right? Tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. Well, it really ticked off her first husband, Ohani Noah. They were married for 11 months. And he says she cheated on him more than once in 11 months with people that could advance her career. Now, it's his word against hers, but she sort of started this. Jenny from the block. And he says she's playing the victim. And that she begged him not to leave because it would affect her image in Hollywood. And she was still climbing kind of the ladder to stardom. She did Out of Sight in 1998, but she had, I don't think she had Jenny from the Block yet, which is a terrible song. But he says the problem is you're the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. He's talking about a woman.
Yeah. So. Why'd you guys get divorced? I know you guys dated and you got engaged and everything. And
me and J-Lo?
Yeah. What happened there?
We were engaged. We never tied the knot. It just didn't. It was one of those things. I hated her music. I couldn't be married to that.
she sung and you're like, I need to leave right now.
Sorry, this is not going to work. It's very manufactured. That Jenny from the Block is such a bad song. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the Block. But her ex-husband wrote, you have been loved a few times. You've been married 4 times and countless relationships in between. You've had good relationships. Me, for example, he sounds like a very ticked off ex-lover. So this is on Yahoo Entertainment, and it's sending shockwaves through Hollywood, folks. So if you want to be shocked, read about this thing. That's really not that important. But just give me another reason not to like her. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I already don't like her. So I'm going to side with the ex-husband. Ohani Noah.
I think I should take her on a date.
You know what? She might be looking for a regular dude, right?
There's actually a movie that she came out with last year with Owen Wilson. That's just about that. That she picks someone from the crowd to marry her because he had a sign that said, marry me.
Are you kidding me?
It was the worst movie I've ever seen.
My writing partner and I, Greg Leanna, wrote a film called Dream Girl about a average meat and potatoes guy, Jack Black, let's say, who helps, let's say, Julia Roberts change a flat tire in the middle of the night. He manages a steak and shake. He helps her. She falls in love with him, gets a crush because he's a regular guy. They have a fling. The movie starts with him getting shot down by his fiance. He has a fling with America's biggest movie star, gives her her first orgasm, and then she gets in the car and leaves and says, don't say anything about this. He says, okay. So he takes back his fiance. She apologizes. And then the movie star shows back up and cannot handle the rejection. So, sounds like they stole that.
I think you could put me in the lead of that.
You think you can do the Jack Black role? For the 818, Bridget says, Detroit style, sausage, garlic, and lots of veggies. Well done, Bridget. 818, but going for the Detroit style. Love it. John Murray in the 608 says, did I mention best Alfredo sauce ever? It's a delicious heart attack on a big plate. He is talking about, I'm reading these backwards, Italian spectacular at Canova's. I've not had Canova's, John. I had a lot of Madison places to catch up with. I have my favorite restaurants there, and I tend to visit them over and over. I need to branch out. John says, famous homemade crust and sauce by Frank Canova, the founder. Best thin crust ever, worth a trip to the Flatland. He's talking about Illinois counter. Do you know that Illinois is the Flatland?
Yeah, I don't tend to go there.
People think the Continental Divide runs between Wisconsin and Illinois. John says, hello, gents. Lived in Chicago and worked downtown for the 90s and had many fine pizzas, but the best pizza in Illinois and maybe the world is served at, there you go, Canova's. I was reading it backwards. Canova's Pizza in Freeport, 25 miles south of Monroe. You could go over the border 25 miles, Conrad, for a pizza. John says it's good. I believe him.
Maybe we'll road trip.
We'll see. We'll get like a young Christian singles bus tour or something.
There we go.
At the pizza place. Are we caught up on texts? No, we're not.
No.
We've got many more to go.
Yes.
Okay. We're coming back in after the news, folks, with writer, director, and Wisconsin native Phil Johnston is here. His movie is The Twits. It is in theaters. He's written many other big films. I'm excited to talk to him, and hopefully you're excited to listen, so stick around. It's coming up next on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
97.9 WGBW and WGBW.FM.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. The U.S. military conducting a new airstrike on an alleged drug cartel boat, this time off Central America, the first such strike in the Pacific. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth confirming the 2 people on board were killed in the attack, adding, quote, "These cartels are waging war on our border and our people. There will be no refuge or forgiveness." The Trump administration has enacted sanctions on Russian oil. President Trump says he hopes the sanctions will hasten the end of the war in Ukraine.
They'll certainly have an impact. They're massive sanctions. It's sanctions on oil. The 2 biggest oil companies, among the biggest in the world.
Vice President Vance met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel today to discuss the ceasefire deal and a peace plan. DeCarlos Brown Jr., the man charged in the fatal stabbing of a young woman on a Charlotte train, indicted today on federal charges that could get him the death penalty. This is ABC News.
The Packers prepare for Pittsburgh. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. NFL, it's the Packers and the Steelers this week on Sunday Night Football. But head coach Matt LaFleur reminding us they're playing the Steelers, not Aaron Rodgers.
They're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who happen to have Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's as simple as that. That is for you guys to talk about. We've got a lot of respect and love for Aaron. I mean, what he's done here is a Hall of Famer. This game is not about that. It's about going to Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football. Our guys will be jacked up. It's about the Green Bay Packers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
NBA, it's the Bucks against the Wizards tonight in Milwaukee, and the debut of Miles Turner and what role he'll play on the Bucks this season.
As a center, as an anchor in the back part of the defense, it's like what you're supposed to do. The feedback has been phenomenal. It's like, you're right. I don't even realize when I'm doing it. They're saying, we need more of that. It's not something we've had, consistently in the past. Like, we need a voice. We need someone to always step up and speak. So I'm just taking it on.
That's the Bucks' Miles Turner with Sports on Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Coleman Domingo has become one of the most respected and in-demand actors in Hollywood. Variety is reporting that the Oscar-nominated actor will join the cast of Wicked for Good. That's the sequel to the 2025 smash hit starring Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Domingo will provide the voice for the Cowardly Lion. Coleman was nominated for an Academy Award in the Best Actor category for his role in Sing Sing, a film about how prisoners in a high-security facility learn the art of acting. His other credits include Lincoln, The Color Purple, and he will appear in the upcoming big-budget films The Running Man and in the film Michael about Michael Jackson, where he will play Jackson's father, Joe Jackson. Wicked for Good comes out November 21st of 2026. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Night Light with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. A cloudy sky tonight, some showers around, and a low in the upper 30s. More clouds are ahead for tomorrow, a high in the upper 40s. Friday, we're back into sunshine. Highs close to 50, and 50s are ahead with sun this weekend. Currently, it's 44 degrees.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app or our website, civicmedia.us.
Hey, this is John Legend, and you're listening to Nightlight with Pete Schwaba.
Gonna be some sweet sounds coming down on the night shift.
Welcome back.
I bet you're singing.
I am Pete Schwaba. This is Nightlight. Great to have you with me. It is a Wednesday night, and we are barreling through this evening. Tomorrow night, Jason Mansmith from the Thrasher Theater makes the popcorn pick of the week at 6:35, and from Chicken or the Egg Photography, Chris Rogowski will be here in studio too. So that'll be fun. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite kind of pizza? You still have time to get in on that fun as well. Right now, I'm very excited to welcome my next guest. He is an incredibly talented and successful filmmaker of such films like Wreck-It Ralph and Zootopia and Cedar Rapids. And his new film, The Twits, is currently playing in theaters nationwide. Mr. Phil Johnston joins me now over the phone. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Pete, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Nice to meet you. And a shout out to Daniel Wheeler, Danny Wheels, as I call him, for
Dan
the
the
introduction.
man.
Yeah,
Dan the man, yeah.
Did you
Dan
guys
is
go to high school?
We went to, I think we met in 6th grade. He came to
wow.
Coolidge Elementary and from Lakeview. So, you know, he came in a bit of an outsider. I welcomed him with a warm and tender embrace. And we've been friends ever since. Dan's like a capital A artist. He's a brilliant artist and a good dude.
He's outstanding and a very good dude. And Dan, my favorite story about Dan says, in order to say my last name, which is Schwaba, properly, you have to wet your lips first. So I found that strange, creepy, and funny all at the same time.
He says that about all names because he is a pervert.
Well, we've established that. That's
yeah, great.
Awesome.
I'm sorry to besmirch you. And
it's a hell of a shout out.
Oh man, sorry, Dan. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sure he loves it. He's probably creating a sculpture right now based on this conversation. So,
I hope so.
It's great to have you here, Phil, and I'm excited to see your movie, and I've seen a few of them already. For those who might not know you or know your work, if they don't have kids that saw your other films or your great comedies, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Northeast Wisconsin.
Yeah, I grew up in Neenah and went to Neenah High, graduated back in the 90s, went to the University of Wisconsin, and then I was a TV journalist for like 8 or 9 years through the early 2000s or late 90s into the early 2000s, and then quit at age 29 to go to film school, and I've been making movies kind of since. So yeah, Cedar Rapids was the first one, then Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia. I think there was a terrible Sacha Baron Cohen movie somewhere in the middle of that, and the Wreck-It Ralph sequel, and now The Twits.
All right, so let's start with the Twits. This just looks so fun. I love the description. They're these stinky people. Tell us about the Twits and where this idea came from.
Well, it's based on a Roald Dahl story called The Twits, really inspired by, I wouldn't even call it an adaptation, because the book itself was just this tiny little, like 75-page volume about two hateful human beings whose sole purpose in life is being nasty to each other. And then they die in the end. And that's it. And I'm like, hey, that's a good movie. hey,
spoiler
movie.
Alert.
Cool. So I used them kind of more as a jumping off point to tell a story about hatred and small-mindedness, empathy in our world today, and expanded the world well beyond what the book was, and, created a story in which they become mayor in their town and become very powerful. And it's sort of ultimately about how kids deal with bad people getting a lot of power, and how you kind of learn to deal with hateful people while not becoming that yourself is the bigger idea. And there are a lot of fart jokes, so it's got a little something for everyone.
Conrad, pre-purchase us a couple of tickets.
Sounds good. It's actually on Netflix. You don't even have to go to the theaters. Just
I
pop it
prefer
on
the
Netflix.
theater.
I do too. It looks way better. Yeah.
Especially if there's a lot of farting, it's better to see it with other people.
100%. It really is. It really is.
I'm a purist.
So go to Dan's house. He'll welcome you.
Right, exactly. So we've got Natalie Portman. That's pretty cool. How does that work when you get a big star like that? Do you approach her after it's done? Do you attach her beforehand? What was your process like there as the director?
Yeah, so this is an animated film, and so as I'm, coming up with this story and imagining the voices that will go along with the designs, she was someone who I think I always had in mind for a voice. She plays this monkey-like creature called a mugglewump, and it turns out she really wanted to do animation while her kids were still of the age where they could appreciate a kids movie, basically. And so
Sure.
we talked and met and hit it off, and she was game from the beginning. She was in pretty quickly, and she's been such a delight, so easy to work with, a real pro.
I can tell you got along really well with her because you called her Nat, and I don't think you do that.
Oh,
That's kind
I
of an
don't.
affection.
God, if I did that, that was a mistake. I'm sorry, Ms. Portman. I'll be sued now. We're not close. She doesn't like me. There, is that better? She's awesome.
Tell your friend she does. No, that's
She loves
fantastic.
them. Yeah.
She's so great. My biggest question for you, Phil, I think, or the one that fascinates me the most, is you wrote these great live action comedies, and you worked with people who are, kind of a who's who in comedy movies and sketch and all that. Ed Helms, Tom Lennon, all these great people. How did you make the jump, or why, to the world of animation? I don't see many people that have the talent to do that. I'm just fascinated by it.
It was, I want to say it was super intentional, but actually it wasn't. Cedar Rapids, I was the first one. That's with Ed and John C. Reilly, and as you said, some really great comedians. And this Disney meeting came along where I met Rich Moore, who is a Disney director, and he was just trying to figure out what he was going to do with this video game movie. And I was really into arcade games, and I really like animation. And honestly, it was as easy as that. We hit it off. We started talking about what this movie could become, Wreck-It Ralph. And then, I don't know, 10 years later, I've worked on 3 of them. And I stuck with animation in part because of the stories I wanted to tell in that moment, and in part because I had little kids, and I thought it was cool to be able to make movies that they would be able to see and enjoy. And now I'm shifting back into some live action stuff now, but I always want to have a sort of a toe in each world.
Boy, it's great. What a great position to be in that you can do that. That's really impressive. And was it difficult, Phil? I don't even know how. I'm a writer too. I don't even know how I would go about that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not a million miles away from what a live action script would look like. It looks exactly like a live action script. The biggest difference, I would say, in feature animation at least, is that you basically make the movie like 8 or 9 times over the course of a few years. So you would write a script, and then the storyboard artist would storyboard it, and we would cut it together in an animatic form. So rough storyboards just edited together. And then we'll watch that and go, hey, I wrote the script. Great. I'm done. Right? Wrong. Now it sucks. And you have to start over. And so then you do it the second time. And the second version is maybe a little better than the first. And then a third time, and on and on. So it's more that it's such an iterative process, almost like writing a ton of TV episodes, but only one of them gets on the air. It's the final movie, if that makes sense. So
Wow.
I think patience and just being willing to kill your darlings more is the bigger lesson from animation than live action for me.
That's really interesting. My guest is Phil Johnston. He is the writer-director of The Twits, which you can see now on Netflix, and it's still in theaters as well. He has also written films such as Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia, Cedar Rapids. Did the idea for Cedar Rapids, Phil, come when you were a journalist or when you were working TV news? Like I was telling a guest earlier, Craig Benzine, who's met you. I think he met you at Sundance.
Yeah.
I watched that in a hotel similar to the hotel in the movie, and I felt really funky. I was doing it.
That's unfortunate.
It's like a holodome.
Yes, I wrote it as a holodome, and we
so
couldn't
great.
find one to shoot in. Yeah, it was in part from the days as a TV news reporter and going, up to northern Minnesota or whatever to cover a snowstorm and staying in a place like that. And then after film school, I shot a bunch of like industrial videos and public service announcements, and I shot a conference once for something that was not a million miles from the Cedar Rapids vibe. And so I was like, okay, there's a real kind of low stakes Vegas type movie here where, you go to a kind of, not the most exciting place, but to this guy, it's the most exciting place in the world. And that idea just kind of tickled me, I guess.
How did you get those? How did you get like the cast in Cedar Rapids? Were they part of your crew kind of off camera? Were you in those comedy circles, or was it pure casting?
I got to know Ed Helms through a comedian in LA named Owen Burke, who was a UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade comedian, who was a friend of mine. And he introduced me to Ed, and I actually wrote the movie for Ed. So I went and Owen introduced us, and I was like, hey, I want to write a movie for you. And he's like, great. And as I was, because I think he was still on the Daily Show at the time. And
The Office, maybe? Yeah.
Not even, because The Hangover hadn't come out.
Oh,
and
okay.
and so as we were like prepping this thing, suddenly Ed Helms is in The Hangover, the biggest comedy ever at the time. And suddenly it's like, oh, great, we get to make this movie now, which I don't know. I mean, maybe it may have happened anyway, but that certainly didn't hurt that his star just sort of exploded in the midst of that run.
Such a great movie, folks. If you get a chance, obviously check out the twits, but Cedar Rapids is just a gem out there waiting for you to check it out. Phil Danny Wheels says, a question for Phil. Was it hard for the London Orchestra to play the farts?
Oh, well, listen, Dan.
They're pros.
They're pros. They did not. There's actually only one fart in the movie, and we did try it with a chimbasso, which is like a tuba, like it's even lower than a tuba. And the guy nailed it. It was incredible. It was perfect.
This is like taking me back. I made a project one time, and the editor kept telling me, he goes, you got to put a few farts in this thing. And it just wasn't that type of thing. And I almost didn't know how to come back to. I'm like, wow, he's on that level, and I'm not even close to that.
Yeah,
What do you do?
I mean, I know. Well, usually I'm not a big pro fart guy, but this one, the Netflix said that you can. I think there were 3 in it at one time, and then they said you can only have 1 fart. And so I just cutted a 7-second long fart followed by a 7-second long burp. So it's 14 solid seconds of gas, which is, it's highbrow comedy we're going for there,
And then they jacked up their prices more.
Yes.
Phil, we have to do a really quick break. I've got a couple more questions for you. Can we keep you for a couple more minutes?
Sure, of course.
Outstanding. Phil Johnston is here. We're coming right back. And this is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
We've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see.
Reach, engage, grow with Civic Media. Log on civicmedia.us/advertise.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton, improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
As a U.S. Navy veteran and business owner, I've lived through moments where every detail counts, and I carry that into mass appeal. That's why I personally ensure we deliver top quality promotional materials like t-shirts, sweatshirts, and more to help your company, whether it is a local business or school, gain the visibility it needs to thrive. Your logo is our business, and we're here to make your vision come true.
Go to massappealwi.com or drop by their shop on Lineville Road, just off Highway 41.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Missed your favorite show live on air? It's easy to find what you enjoy wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And we're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
You are never far away from your favorite radio station. We're always streaming on TuneIn and the Civic Media app. And if you missed your favorite show or game, listen to a podcast of it anytime on the app.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. You've got the Civic Media Radio Network. We have a couple more minutes left with our guest, Phil Johnston, who is the writer-director behind the film The Twits, which you can check out on Netflix or go and have a great experience in a theater. Either way, but check it out. He is a very talented writer-director. And also check out his film Cedar Rapids. And he's got a whole list of films you can check out, folks. Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia. Phil, thanks again for being here. It's great to have you. Do you, when you come back to Northeast Wisconsin, I don't know how often you get back, but do you have your favorite places you like to go to? Where do you like to go?
I was just seeing that it's Tavern Pizza Day or something.
Yeah.
Cranky Pat's in Neenah is
Love
an
that
excellent pizza joint. Yeah, there are a couple of bars in Neenah that I've revisited over the years. There's one called Gord's Pub. I think that's still open. I don't know. I mostly just hang out at my parents' house. They're both 90 years old, and
oh wow,
yeah, still going strong, but not doing a lot of dancing anymore. So we kind of stay at their house mostly.
Do your kids like coming to Wisconsin?
They love it. They absolutely love it. Yeah. Yes, they grew up mostly in Los Angeles. We moved to Vancouver, Canada, a couple years ago, and them to Wisconsin's very exotic for them.
That's great. You, of all the people you've worked with, and you've worked with a lot, I'm just going from the live action comedies. You get Joel McHale, and I know you wrote these. Maybe you weren't as involved in the actual production, but Robin Williams, Jeffrey Tambor, Ed Helms, John C. Reilly, Stephen Root. I mean, who are some of your favorites, either from their performance or just interacting with them?
I mean, Ed is one of my closer friends, certainly in LA, and he's just a great human. And John C. Reilly, I've now done 3 movies with, Cedar Rapids, and then both of the Wreck-It Ralph movies. And yeah, I don't know if you can see, there are a bunch of clown paintings on my wall back there, which his wife, he had a huge collection of clown paintings, as did I, and his wife wasn't thrilled to have so many. So we merged collections, and I now have, I don't know, about 50 of his and about 50 of my own. So he's a good friend.
Wow.
Yeah, Jason Mantzoukas is a good friend. Like, there, a bunch of those just comedy kind of legends have, I feel very, very lucky to know people that are much funnier and smarter than I am, and that they deal with me.
Well, you've given them some great materials, so I think that's really cool. And you're right; those are all the main. I mean, John C. Reilly. Talk about his body of work. He was at DePaul when I was there.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know him, but seemed like
wow.
a good guy. And Ed Helms, I don't know him either, but he's just a guy I wish was my neighbor. He seems like such a salt of the earth, but hilarious guy. Such a huge fan. Phil, thank you so much for your time tonight. I know you're busy getting the movie out there and stuff. Really appreciate you taking the time. It's been great chatting.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. Really enjoyed it.
You're very, very welcome. And keep us posted. Good luck with all the new projects. Break a leg.
All right, cool. Talk soon.
Okay. That's Phil Johnson, folks. Check out the Twits and go to IMDb and just look at his catalog of work. They're all movies that should be seen. He does great work. And that was Cranky Pats. That's a great name.
I feel like I should know that place, but I don't.
You should, Con. Come on.
Sorry.
So let's finish up our text. Our question was, what is your favorite kind of pizza? Anna from Madison says, hi, Pete and Conrad. I like the margarita pizza at Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie. Oh, I like that name, too. Sugar River Pizza. Anna says, I like the thin crust with tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, basil, and olive oil. Wow. Well done, Anna. Thank you. Conrad's mom says, my favorite pizza is pepperoni, mushroom, and black olive on thin crust with extra cheese.
I still can't do the black olive.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either on pizza. But your mom has done some research here. That's
olives.
Very specific. I like that answer. Chris from Sun Prairie says, pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, and green olive is the perfect pizza for me. Marinara sauce, of course. Of course, Chris. Thank you very much. Chris is in the 773, Conrad.
Okay.
Even though Chris lives in Sun Prairie. That can happen.
Yes, it can.
Adam from Oregon says, famous Yeti's Pizza in Stoughton has a 3-inch thick Yeti spaghetti pizza, complete with noodles and meatball.
Oh.
Man, that seems like a lot.
You know, I would definitely try it. I don't think I'd go back for seconds, though.
Yeah, like maybe 3-inch crust of just bread. That's going to fill you up. That's why I can't do the stuffed pizza anymore. Gary from Madison says, my favorite pizza is the Italian carne pizza at we read this one at Portobello in Madison. I have to try that place. I walk by there all the time for years, and I've never tried it. Conrad's dad says, back in the day, the best bar time pizza was Fond du Lac's Joe Fox Hut Deluxe Pizza.
It's a great place for some pizza.
Another great name. Currently, I love a fresh, thin crust, very cheesy deluxe pizza with the right crunch. You and your folks order different pizzas. They still made it work, though.
Yeah, we did.
Lori from Hayward says, hi, Pete and Conrad. Your question about pizza makes my mouth water for a sausage and pepperoni with green olives and mushrooms in a calzone. Interesting, Lori. Taking it up a notch. There's a small pizza place in Slayton, Minnesota that has the best calzone. You could easily feed 2 people with just 1 calzone. Very well done. Thank you, Lori. And then we've got a Steady Eddie text here. Steady Eddie says, Pete and Conrad, my favorite pizza pie, cheese, sausage, onions, mushrooms on a thin, slightly crispy crust served with a good cold brew or warm, cheap Merlot.
I can't believe I forgot about onions. I love onions on my pizza, actually.
Yeah, that's a big forget. That's
so good. And it's the chopped ones, not the long pieces, chopped onions, yes.
No, I'm with you there. I like that too. But Eddie, why a cheap Merlot, Steady Eddie? Treat yourself, buddy. I'll buy you a Merlot. He says, no pizza, no life. Well done, Steady Eddie. Did we get everybody?
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the texts. Always fun. Love reading your texts on the air. Thank you to Phil Johnston and Craig Benzine. Check out No Packers, No Life and the Twits. And we are coming back tomorrow night to do this all over again. And I hope you'll be here. On behalf of the lovable producer Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.